everyone to Movement Yoga Morning. My name is Mark Cormier. I'm practicing with Kathy Cormier today. If you'd like to see anything in particular, please put it in the comments. If we don't get to it this week, we'll get to it next week or one of the subsequent weeks after that. We try to do this every week, accepting vacations and other extenuating circumstances. Are you ready to practice, Kathy? We might have a dog
I am ready.
interfering with these down dogs.
Dog friend.
We'll see what happens.
Dog friend may be joining us.
All right, let's bring hands on hips and let's march it. Just march it side to side. Not a big movement at first. Just waking up those legs. Now balance on one foot as you start to kick it off to each side. Don't rush it all. Please don't chew the camera, doggo.
She knows exactly where to go.
You're kicking away from there, From a low kick, a high kick. And then back down to the ground as we rock it from side to side, finding our center. Now lifting heels, lifting toes, rocking back and forth, waking up those feet. I invite you to articulate your foot as you lay it up and lay it down, as if you're pulling or putting a piece of tape down onto a counter. Next time those toes are lifted, holding the toes up, could you lift up a little higher? Could you spread those toes a little wider? And then laying the toes down as you lift up the heels, holding that. Could you lift those heels up higher? And higher. And higher. And then articulating the foot as you lay it back down. At this point, either keeping your natural stance, feet just as they are, or narrowing your stance as you bring the feet in. Tight as you go will be feet right together. It's often challenging this early in the morning, so feeling free to keep a wider stance. Hands by our side, relax shoulders. Long through all sides of the neck with a soft tuck of the chin. I'll invite you to bring one hand onto your heart, the other hand on top. Watching as your breath flows in and out. Shaping that breath as we lengthen the inhalation and lengthen the exhalation. Long, smooth breaths in. Long, smooth breaths out. As goes the breath, so goes the breath. Keeping these longer, slower, deeper, richer, fuller breaths. I'd like to set an intention for this practice. It could be something you're thinking about. Something you're moving towards. It could be as simple as you're perfect, just as you are. Lifting the chin, opening the ears, hands by your side. Moving towards Sun Sal A, we'll take you to three pieces, starting with arms and shoulders. Inhaling arms out to the side and overhead. Exhaling arms back down. Two more times like this, breathing arms up. Exhaling arms down. Observing the natural rhythm of the shoulders one more time as the arms elevate, the shoulders elevate. As the arms descend, the shoulders descend. I'll ask you to go sideways cat up the breathing tricks this morning. Inhaling arms out to the side and then overhead. On the exhale, leading with your heart as you find a forward fold. Let an inhale lift chin and tail as we arc the back. Your hands could cap your knees. On the exhale, catching the back of the shin as you tuck tail and chin, rounding the leg. Inhaling, finding your neutral spine, back of the head in line with the sacrum, arms out to the side, and then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. Two more times like this, breathing arms out to the side and then overhead. On the exhale, arms out to the side, leading with the heart, we just swan dive over. Let an inhale lift chin and tail as we arc the back. On the exhale, strong tuck of the tail, strong tuck of the chin as you round it in. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then over the head. Hands over head pose. Exhaling, standing tall. One more like that. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling over. Let an inhale lift chin and tail. Exhaling, tucking the tail, tucking the chin as you stretch out your back. Inhaling, arms out to the side. Then overhead. Exhaling, standing tall. I'll cue you back to down dog. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, finding your forward fold. Let an inhale lift chin and tail. And then tucking the tail, tucking the chin as you ground down through the hands, stepping one foot back. And then the other, finding your down dog. As we hold this down dog, not plank pose. You want to find down dog, not plank. As we hold this down dog, I'm invite you to walk your dog as you bend one leg deeply in the other. Rounding down to the opposite heel. Stretching your body out. How does everything feel this morning? What feels tight? What feels right? What feels somewhere in between? Finding that mind-body connection that is always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel it? From this place of movement, back towards stillness. Long arms, long legs, long spine, deep forward. Despite the lack of overt movement, you're still breathing, your heart's still beating, your mind's still moving. And by watching as your breath flows in and out, finding a little more space between each breath, each beat of the heart, each thought. Tail end of a breath will allow you to bend your knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher, finding just a little more space in the low back, and then mindful of the pooch as you mindfully make your way to the front of your back. Let an inhale bring length in your eyes, lifting chin and tail. Exhaling, tucking tail and chin as you round it in. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, hands overhead pose. Exhaling, standing tall. This time I will cue you back to plank pose. Inhaling, arms out to the side and then overhead. Exhaling, finding your forward fold. Let an inhale lift, chin and tail. And then rounding the spine, tucking tail and chin. And then finding your plank as you step the other foot back. And then that other foot. Finding that connection between head, hips, and heels. As we hold the plank pose, feeling a line of strength running through the center of yourself. From the crown of your head all the way back to those heels. A line of strength that supports your intention. Despite the effort of the action, keeping an easeful quality to your breath. Long, smooth breaths in. Equally long, smooth breaths out. As goes the breath, so goes the mind. Long, smooth breath in. Long, smooth breath out. Tail end of that breath, navel to spine as you lift the hips high back to down dog. I'll invite you to hold this down dog in stillness, seeing what comes out. Long, smooth breath in. Long, smooth breath out. Tail end of that breath, bending your knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little bit higher. And looking between the hands as you step, slide, or jump to the front of your mat. Let it inhale, bring length. Exhaling, folding again. Inhaling, arms out to the side, and then overhead, hands overhead pose. Exhaling, standing tall. I'll let you choose vinyasa if you'd like. Arms out to the side and then overhead. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, leading with the heart as you fold. Let an inhale lift chin and tail as you arc the back. And then arching the spine. Strong tuck of the chin, stretching out your back. And then finding the top of a push-up, keeping those elbows soft. Once you find the top of a push-up, finding that push-up, exhaling into yoga push-up, elbows super close in. Inhaling into your back bend if the hips stay down into cobra pose. If you lift the hips up, it's an up dog. And then back over the toes. You could use the knees or not as you come back to down dog. Yogi's choice, either holding this down dog in stillness, inviting your mind to still, or adding some movement, some swing, some sway, stirring it up. Inviting in more prana. Inviting in more flow. However you choose to work. Finding that mind-body connection that's always there. What do you feel? And where do you feel? Long, smooth breath in. Equally long, smooth breath out. Tail end of that breath. Mindful of the pooch. Looking between the hands as you step or take a jump to the front of your leg. Give her a little kick in the rump. Let an inhale bring length in your ride, arcing the back. Exhaling, folding the Inhaling, riding the breath up, arms overhead, hands overhead pose. Exhaling, standing tall. Sun Sao B, flow style.
Silly girl.
She's very silly. Inhaling into tall spine, arms out to the side, and then overhead. Keeping tall spine, finding your chair, knees over toes. Inhale and hold. Exhale, go lower as you find more strength in your legs. On the inhale, rising on up, finding a back bend at the top. On the exhale, a big swan dive over. Let an inhale bring length when you arrive, lifting chin to tail. Exhaling, keeping that length, folding again as you tuck tail and chin. Don't forget that second forward fold. And then either cycling through vinyasa or just stretching back to down dog, yoga stress. Take your time, find your flow, follow your breath. From down dog, when you're ready. Low stop, feet together, right leg high, high on the left toes as you stretch out Achilles tendon and calf. You look okay there. Now looking between the hands.
I'm afraid.
That's okay. You're going to lift, so we got right leg up. You're going to lift the left heel up higher as you stretch out Achilles tendon and calf. There you go. Now looking between the hands, hitching that leg even higher, feel that glute. And then flexing the foot. As you float it on through, spinning the back heel down. Arms out to the side, and then overhead, warrior one. Back leg long, back leg strong. And then on your next exhale, riding that breath back down, spinning the back heel up, finding your low lunge. And then cycling through vinyasa. You can always skip that and just find your down dog. Take your time, let it be your practice. Making choices that work for you this morning. And that's the beauty of a flow practice. From down dog, second side, feet together, left leg high. High on the right toes as you stretch out Achilles tendon and calf. And then looking between the hands, pitching the leg even higher, feel that glute. And then flexing the foot as you float it up. Spinning the back heel down, arms out to the side, and then overhead. Warrior one. Take your time, find your flow. Follow your breath. On your next exhale. Back to low lunge as you spin that back heel up. And then back to down dog as you will. Either stretching straight back or cycling through your push-up. Inhaling into your back bend. And then exhale back to down dog. Or pest dog. Down dog and the pest dog. As we hold down dog, long, smooth breath.
She knows how to live.
Long, smooth breath. How's that container doing?
It's almost meant me to be recycled. But it's a good one.
It is a good one.
Recycled plastic. It's a great dog toy. You feel a little bit better.
Long, smooth breath. Long, smooth breath. Tail into that breath, bending the knees ever so slightly, lifting the tailbone just a little higher. And then looking between the hands as you step or jump it. Let an inhale bring length when you're arcing the back. Exhaling, rounding the spine as you fold it in. On the inhale, stay low, knees over toes, hands overhead, chair pose. Exhaling, taking it lower, squat that dog. On the inhale, rising on up, finding your back bend at the top, feel free to bring the dog with. Exhaling, hands by your side. I'll ask you to face camera. Feet hip width apart, hands find the hips, just circling those hips. And then taking those hip circles the other way. Hands stay on hips as you ground down through the balls of one set of toes and just circling the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And then taking those circles the other way. Other balls of other sets of toes, circling the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Inviting in more prana. Inviting in more flow. And then taking those circles the other way. Now grounded down through 2 feet, knees right together. We'll come down and cap the knees and just circle those knees. then taking those knee circles the other way. Now coming back up, hands find the hips. Let's hike one hip up and then the other. Back and forth between the sides. And after an equal number on both sides, back to center. From here, palms face out, inhale. On the exhale, we'll circle the hands around as we find the low back. On an inhale, find a little bit of a back bend. On the exhale, tucking the chin in. A couple more times, breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling, rounding in. Inhaling, lifting up. Keeping the back bend, arms out to the side and then overhead as you find a very loose forward fold. Bending the knees enough to ground down through the hands and circling those hips. Any out. And then taking those hip circles the other way. Now coming back center, knees are soft, lots of core engagement here, long arms as we roll our spine. When we get to our stand, exhale, stand up. Inhale, stand up. I'll invite you to bring one hand back to your heart, the other hand on top. Coming back to your attention. And watching as your breath flows in and out. Now connecting thumb and fingers. A light press of the palms. We can touch thumbs to our forehead. Your intention is in your thoughts. We can touch thumbs to the lips. Your intention is in your words. You can bring thumbs back to your heart. Your intention is in your actions. Now rolling the hands over as we stretch out our wrists, hands by our side. 3 ancillary breaths here. Big breath in. Let it zoom out through the mouth. Big breath in. Let it slip out through pursed lips. And then big breath in. And a big breath out. Hands come back to the heart. I invite you to bow, thanking yourself for practicing yoga and offering our practice out to each other and to the world. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. And in this light, we are one. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.